Hello. Today is Tuesday, January 15th. This is my second journal entry in Rick's 2013 travel journal. And as you can see, there's been a few changes since my last video. A couple things are quite obvious. Number one, the glasses. Yes, I am one of those people now. I had gone to the doctor last summer probably, because I noticed that things at a distance were starting to get blurry. It was starting to get more difficult to see things at a distance. So I went and had an eye exam, and he told me I didn't need glasses, but he gave me a prescription just in case, because I could see the difference when we did the exam with or without. So he said, you know, I'll give you the prescription. If you want to get them, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Well, this past week I just thought, what the hell? Go get glasses, try it out. So I wasn't sure I was gonna wear them for this video because I wasn't real sure that I was ready for the world to see me in glasses, as I am just getting accustomed to it myself. I just got them yesterday, so not only am my eyes are adjusting to wearing glasses, but I'm adjusting to me having glasses. So anyhow, thought whatever. And then secondly, the beard's gone. Clean shaven, at least for a while. I sort of go in cycles, so who knows, within a month I could have a beard again or something else, who knows. But anyway, let's get over all that. Oh, and thirdly, I guess we're taking viewer requests now. SGM suggested that I get rid of the headset, so you can see the headset's gone. I actually had another suggestion from a viewer saying I needed to be a little more entertaining in these videos. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen, so sorry, Stace. But this is to record my travel out to Portland, Oregon this past weekend. So it started off last Thursday. I was flying Southwest, which meant I had to drive out to Raleigh this time. When I do that, the company rents a car for me because that works out cheaper than paying me to drive my own car. So Thursday night I had to go pick up the car because I was leaving very early the next morning. So I went and picked up the car Thursday night. It was a Ford Mustang, so that was nice. Got to drive a Mustang to and from Raleigh. Got up at 4:30 Friday morning, so it was very early. By the time I left the house, it was probably 5:30ish. Drove the 2 hours. Flight left at 9, and it's about a 4-hour flight to Denver, which is where we went to first, and then actually had an hour layover in Denver because of snow, and then got up to Portland, and it was probably about 40 degrees, which was a little bit of a shock to me because here in Wilmington we'd been in the 60s, mid-60s for the whole month pretty much ever since I got back from Utah over Christmas. And the 5-day forecast when I left was for every day to be in the 70s. So I left all that to go out to 30s and 40s in Portland. So that was, like I said, a little bit of a shock. Got into Portland about 3:30. Was exhausted. I went and checked into the hotel and hadn't eaten anything but peanuts and crackers. So they had a little pizza sports bar down the street. So I walked down there and got a bite to eat. Came back to the hotel, set up the conference room for the seminar the next morning, went back up to my room and prepped a little bit for the seminar, but watched TV for maybe an hour and then crashed by 9 o'clock, which worked out really great because 9 o'clock I woke up a little before 6 o'clock and was very well rested. So that sort of worked out to my advantage. Woke up for the seminar, like I said, raring to go. I was feeling good, and it was a good seminar. I only had 8 people there, but got 3 of them to enroll in courses, and so numbers-wise, statistically, it was a great seminar for me, and so far, so good for this year. Our department struggled towards the end of last year, and there were some changes where it's me and Scott and our boss Roger who are doing seminars every weekend, and we knew that we really had to pull things together and make this year good, and so far we're doing really well, so we'd like to keep that going. got done with the seminar about 1 o'clock. By the time I got done with the presentation and then working with people to get them enrolled and answering questions and everything, it was about 1 or 1:30. Went up to the room and changed, and then I had the rest of the day to do whatever. I had several suggestions from locals that I should just go downtown. I thought about looking into going to the Nike headquarters, seeing if they do any kind of tour or anything. I thought that would be cool, being a fan of Nike. But everybody kept telling me, you need to go check out downtown. So I thought, being my first trip basically to Portland, I would do that. I'd go check out the downtown. I say basically because I'd been to Portland, or at least the area, once before, but it was a long time ago. I don't remember much about the trip. I don't think we went downtown really at all. So anyway, I headed downtown. Apparently this place, Voodoo Donuts, is a lot more popular than I was aware. Scott had suggested I go there, and I sort of blew that off just because I've had the best donuts here in Wilmington, so what's good is it going to do me? But Voodoo is known for, it's more known or popular just because the crazy stuff they put on their donuts, everything from bacon to cereal to marshmallows and all kinds of stuff. So it's more just the experience of going. So I went there. It was obviously popular because there was a line out the door, and it was cold. It wasn't like it was a summer day, and so it was a nice balmy day outside to be standing in. But the line wasn't too bad. It went pretty quick. Got in there, and Scott and then a girl that I had asked both suggested that I try the bacon maple bar. So even though it doesn't sound like they would go together, I do love bacon, and I love maple bars, so I thought, what the hell. So I got the bacon maple bar, and it was quite good, actually. So that was Voodoo Donuts. After that, I drove around the city a little bit. Portland's a cool little city. It's really pretty. It sits on this river, and up nestled in these hills with covered, these hills are covered in pine trees and everything. So it's a really pretty city. Got nice bridges that are going across it that are pretty cool looking. So it's just a nice, cool looking city. It seems to have a lot of homeless, and Portland's homeless, from what I saw, were quite eccentric. And one thing I would say about the people in general, everybody I dealt with in Portland was extremely nice and friendly. So that was good. But the homeless people were quite eccentric. So that was interesting. Saw one guy full drag, and so that was fun. Ended up going to this, apparently Portland's known for its breweries. So someone had just suggested one of them, and I can't remember what it was called, but I went there to eat sort of an early lunch, late dinner, and watch some of the football games that were going on, NFL playoffs. After that, I drove around a little bit more, but sort of made my way back to the hotel. I knew I had a long day of travel ahead of me the next day, so basically went back to the hotel, watched some more football, and crashed for the night. The next day, my flight wasn't until noon, so I could take my time getting up and being lazy in the morning, but eventually got up and made my way to the airport. This time going back, we went through Vegas, and no, before anyone asked, I did not gamble. I only had about 45 minutes or so layover. Got on the flight to Raleigh, made it back there about 10 o'clock Sunday night. By the time I went and got the Mustang, drove to Wilmington, dropped the Mustang off, picked up my car and drove home. It was about 1 o'clock or so. So very long travel experience. I get to do it all again this weekend. I'm going out to Sacramento. But overall, Portland, like I said, I would highly recommend it. I've got a newfound respect for Portland. It was a cool place. I wouldn't mind going again. I don't know that I will. I think we go to Portland again this year, but I think Scott's doing that one, so who knows? Maybe I'll make it back one day. But it was a cool place. As I said, this weekend I'm going to Sacramento. Travel-wise, it's going to be exactly the same. Leave basically the same flight Friday morning. I'll get in about 1:30 Sacramento time, and then I'll be traveling back Sunday, so I'll still have a little bit of extra time to check Sacramento out. Not that I know what there is there to check out. I had hoped that the Redwoods were close enough to go check out, but apparently they're not, as I've been told by Scott. So who knows what I'll do. But that's Portland, and like I said, next week I'll be back reporting on Sacramento. So I will see you then.